From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Friday, March 17th, 2017. Silver is trading at $17.35 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,230 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 1.2 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $1,151. Antiwar.com reports top Iraqi officials said their intention was to liberate the western half of Mosul by the end of the month, and their official statements on the matter suggest they are well on their way to doing so, with Brigadier General Yahya Rasul saying that over half of the west was recovered and up to 60%. That's a lot of gains in the past few days, and particularly hard to believe since it's only been a few days since they declared 33% recovered, and in those days that followed, fighters had described the advance as virtually halted by the Islamic State snipers and inclement weather. The U.S. troops aren't buying it either, with Major General Joseph Martin directly contradicting the Iraqi claims and saying they believe Iraq had only recovered a little over a third of the West, or roughly the same as what they had a few days ago. It's not so unusual for Iraq to dramatically overstate its gains in various offensives and to declare entire cities liberated with weeks of fighting yet to go in order to meet a deadline that the political leaders sought. In much the same way, Iraq has claimed to have fully held eastern Mosul for well over a month, but there's still fairly regular fighting there. Bitcoin Not Bombs is a launching pad for nonprofits and social entrepreneurs into the financial freedom of the Bitcoin economy. Bitcoin Not Bombs offers premium publicity campaigns designed to facilitate an organization's adoption of Bitcoin as a payment system and to fully capitalize on that decision in their fundraising efforts. Bitcoin Not Bombs is fully committed to being the hub of the nonprofit sector of the Bitcoin economy, maximizing the potential cross-promotion of all our clients and commercial partners. To learn more, visit bitcoinnotbombs.com. UPI reports the president and CEO of USA Gymnastics resigned Thursday amid a widening scandal over sexual abuse allegations by dozens of athletes against dozens of coaches and a longtime doctor. Steve Penny, who had served as the hands-on leader for U.S. Gymnastics program since 2005, said he was stepping down so the organization could focus on its future and move past the sex abuse scandal. Penny said, "It has been heartbreaking to learn of instances of abuse, and it sickens me that young athletes would be exploited in such a manner. My decision to step aside as CEO is solely to support the best interest of USA Gymnastics at this time." Penny's resignation comes after pressure by the U.S. Olympic Committee, which sought his ouster, according to USA Today. Several lawsuits have been filed against USA Gymnastics by former athletes, most of whom were young girls at the time, alleging they were abused at the organization's training facility in Michigan. In all, the Indianapolis Star has documented more than 360 instances in which gymnasts in the national program said they were sexually abused by coaches over the last 20 years. The allegations are contained in court documents the Star obtained at a lengthy court battle. The organization released a statement Thursday after Penny's resignation, pledging to do more to protect their athletes. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports Florida Governor Rick Scott on Thursday replaced a local prosecutor who declared she would not seek the death penalty in a case against a man accused of killing an Orlando police officer and refused to recuse herself. In an executive order, Scott removed State Attorney Army Ayala, the elected prosecutor in Central Florida's 9th Circuit, and reassigned the murder case to State Attorney Brad King of the nearby 5th Judicial Circuit. Ayala, at a news conference early on Thursday, said Florida's death penalty system was the cause of legal chaos and said she would not seek the death penalty against Markeith Lloyd, charged in the January 9th shooting of a policewoman. The statement by Ayala outraged local law enforcement groups, some state lawmakers, and State Attorney General Pam Bondi. But several groups, including Amnesty International USA and the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund, rose to her defense. Florida's governor signed legislation on Monday tightening state law to require a unanimous recommendation by a jury before judges can impose the death penalty. The law is the state's latest effort to restart its death penalty process, which was put on hold twice last year after rulings by the U.S. Supreme Court and the Florida Supreme Court in separate cases. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.